What's up, guys? Lucas still with Optimum Athletes. I'm here with Deseron Loessberg Jr., a freshman at Cal, University of Berkeley, down in the Bay Area. Des has been with us for about a year now.
Yeah, almost 2.
Almost 2?
Yeah.
Time flies, but welcome on to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, just kind of want to jump into this. Des came to us at the beginning of your senior year, summer before senior year?
No, the fall of my junior year.
Fall of your junior year?
Yes.
Was that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's almost 3 years, actually.
Time really does fly.
2 or 3, whatever it is.
Well, Des was 84 to 86.
Yeah, my fall ball junior year, I was 84 to 86.
And didn't really have any D1 interest.
No.
And then, worked his tail off and got up to 93, 94.
I've topped out 93.6.
93.6 is now current PR off the mound and is now at University of Berkeley, Pac-12, pretty big D1 school, so quite the
Pretty sick.
progression. But just kind of want to talk to you about your journey and kind of how you went from point A to point B and how we ended up here today.
Yeah. So my high school career, I started off 82 to 83. I was consistently working out, doing all the things, but I never did driveline. My sophomore summer, I went to driveline for 1 week because I only had time for 1 week. I was traveling, doing tournaments, trying to get scouted. And in that 1 week, I PR'd at 86. And I was like, this is good. And then my junior season comes up, and I'm sitting 84 to 86. I would say I was pretty confident in my stats. I was striking most guys out. I was honorable mention in all Metro. I was all league. I was the second best pitcher next to Carson Coles, who was at Pondo, right?
El Camino.
El Camino.
Another OA guy.
Yes, another OA guy. And then I was still getting no interest, and I was like, something's got to change. How did I find out about Optimum?
I remember you came in with your dad and you took a tour, and then you came in. I remember your first bullpen here, I think you popped 88, 89?
89.9.
89.9, which is another thing that we kind of talk about here, just, having a velo board and publicly displaying velocity allows guys to actually compete with themselves and kind of dig in and find that extra intent that even though, you thought you were probably throwing as hard as you could for a while, kind of kicking into the next gear and being like, I see 87 on the gun. I think I got 1 more mile per hour in me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, 88. Maybe I got 1 more. And
Yeah.
just kind of finding that what actually top speed actually feels like.
Exactly. Yeah, I come in, my first bullpen here, top out 89.9, and it took me a week or 2 to decide, this is really what I want to do. And I came in, started training every day throughout senior year. Throughout the summer before my senior year, I decided I'm not going to do any traveling, no tournaments. I'm just going to strictly train here at OA. I saw the gains, and so then my senior year, I transferred high schools, and so I was ineligible for the first half of the spring. But during the fall, I trained here, still got some more work in. And in my fall year, that's when I topped out at 93.6 against Franklin, which was just a scrimmage. Winter break came, got through it, and then spring came, and we were all ready. I had to sit out 30 days because of the transfer period, but I was absolutely ready. And then COVID hit, unfortunately. I'm sorry to everyone who's been affected by this. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I still had no interest at this time, by the way. I was on the verge of giving up, if I'm being honest. I don't know what I need to do different. I'm training hard. I'm throwing a lot harder. I only started to get interest at, I would say, beginning of January this year. January through February, I started to get a little interest from colleges. And then I was training here. They opened back up after being shut down for a little bit. And out of nowhere, honestly, it was out of nowhere. I went to one training / recruit camp for Cal. That was in January, and I didn't think much of it. I was showing a little interest, but out of nowhere, Coach Jackson, they called me up. and they were like, "Hey, we have a spot on the team for you," and I was just ecstatic. That was surreal for me.
Yeah, I mean, you were definitely like, I remember you were talking to some JCs in the area too, like maybe might go the JC route, Delta, Sac City, all this. And as you said, you had to sit out 30 days because of the transfer rule, and I think you ended up getting 2 starts in the spring, maybe?
I didn't even get a single start.
You didn't get a single start?
No.
Scratch that. That was all in the fall. But, you know, it just kind of goes to show that when you get to a spot where you actually have the D1 talent with 90 to 93, you know, and you can show it with either video or Rapsodo numbers to where technically Cal didn't even see you pitch a single game.
Yeah, they only saw video and my stats
And
my
got you
numbers on Rapsodo.
a D1 offer. So again, as you know, something we tell kids a lot, where it's like, if you're going to go to a showcase or go to a camp showing you're 83, 84, that might not be as good as if you train for a while and get a video of you throwing 92.
Yeah,
so,
unfortunately, I would say nowadays velo is a huge thing. It used to be whoever could just throw strikes, but you got to hit that level of high 80s, low 90s.
Yeah, and you definitely got there. And another thing that we're talking about here, because you didn't sign to Cal, when did you commit?
It was pretty sure it was June or July.
June or July.
Super late.
So you'd already graduated high school.
I was already graduated. I was talking to some JCs. I was signing up for classes on JCs, and then out of nowhere, Cal calls, and I was admitted super late, but they got me in.
Yeah. Well, this just goes, another thing we talk about is, you know, willing to bet on yourself and be able to kind of give yourself a chance to get, you know, to reach your goals. Like, you could have, back in January of this year, you know, committed to a D2 or a D3, which obviously there's good baseball everywhere, but a guy that wanted to go D1 and go play at a, you know, high-level conference, being able to kind of give yourself the chance to ride out and wait and bet on yourself and know that you're going to get to a spot where you deserve to be and compete at.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, as we say it all the time, like if you commit your freshman year of high school or a week before, you know, you step on campus for your freshman year of college, once that first practice happens, everyone's on the same playing field.
Exactly. So. And that honestly that was actually a conversation I had with my dad. I had one other offer that happened way before Cal, and I was talking to my dad, and I felt like I was just going to settle. I was like, yeah, I got my offer for a D1 college. It wasn't Cal, but I have my offer for a D1 college. I was about to commit. And my dad, he calls me into his office, and he looks at me straight in the eyes, and he goes, I don't know if you believe in yourself that you could get to the next level that you're looking for in Pac-12, wherever it may be, but I believe that you can get there. And that really just set me and be like, you know what, I'm not going to settle. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to throw harder. I'm going to work out every day. I'm going to go into optimum. I'm going to get arm care. Next thing you know, I'm at Cal.
Well, obviously there's a ton that goes into it, not just from the throwing side, but, you know, hitting the weights hard. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure like your deadlift and a bunch of other lifts have gone up significantly since you've been here.
Yeah.
Were you pulling 400 when you started here?
I was barely hitting like 395.
395, and now I think you've deadlifted what, 460?
475.
475. So his deadlift has gone up 75 pounds, if not more. Like, you've definitely put in the time in the weight room and on the plyo wall, and like, as you said, with the arm care, like Keim's a huge resource that we have in here. It's the whole package, right? Your diet is not, you know, getting sleep at night. There's so many factors that go into it, but being able to commit to that for a year plus.
Yeah.
And you see that, you know, your top velo go from 86, 87 to 93. It's been fun. It's been fun to watch your work, and obviously we're not done yet, but yeah, you got any kind of final thoughts for kids out there that are looking to get to college or anything?
You've probably heard this before, but baseball growth is a mountain of up and downs. And if you're in that downhill, like I was at the beginning of quarantine, you just got to work through it. You got to believe in yourself. You can't get anywhere with the help of others. You can get somewhere with the help of others, but you can't get to where you want to be without you believing that you can get there.
Got to believe in yourself, put in the work. Velocity development and baseball in general is not linear. You're going to go up, you're going to go back down, but just keep putting in the work and you'll get there. You're living proof of it. So So hopefully you guys have a season this year. We'll see with COVID. It's been crazy, but
hopefully January we're back.
Yeah. Love to watch you work. So, Des, thanks for coming on. Appreciate
Thanks so much,
you.
Lucas. I appreciate it.
Let's get it.